And this is the first of a series of how-to videos. Today we're going to talk about how to change your oil on your lawn tractor. So Lonnie, why don't you take us through everything? So I'm going to get my battery back in there, and then once you fire it up, you get the oil all nice and hot.
Start it up, run it 4 or 5 minutes just to get the oil warm and moving. You don't need it to be super hot.
Okay.
You just want to get it loosened up.
And then it looks like everything that we need to know is right here on this side of the tractor.
Yep. All your oil change is going to be over here on this side. So
okay.
You have your drain right here, which is just a twist open drain.
All right, we're going to zoom in. Put your hand there, show us.
Right here is your drain.
All right, there's the drain.
And you just twist it open and unscrew it.
Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Very simple.
All right.
Once you open that, you will be draining. So your drain pan, you can either put here on top of your deck, or if you have the deck off, you can put it below. But yeah, once you drain that oil, you're going to want to pull your filter off. The filter is just a spin-on filter, just like an automobile. So you spin the filter off. Now it will spill down here. A lot of times I'll put a rag here just so it all comes out into my pan real nice.
Okay.
But spin the filter off. Once you have the filter off, you'll take your new filter, put a thin film of clean oil around the O-ring, screw that back on, and once you get it snug, just give it a good 3/4 turn to get it on there.
Hand tight. You don't want to over tighten it.
Hand tight. You don't need to over tighten it.
Okay.
Once you have the filter on, you put your drain plug back in. Your fill and your dipstick are both going to be right up on the tube here. So this is where you fill it.
Okay.
You usually put in about a quart and a halfer, and then you can check it with the dipstick. To check it with your dipstick, just like an automobile, wipe it clean, set it back on there, and you're just going to set it on the threads. You're not going to screw it down. Pull it back out and check where your oil is. You want it to be in your hash marks. Preferably halfway to the top. You don't want it toward the bottom.
Okay.
After you've done that, usually what we'll do is start up the tractor again, run it for another 2-3 minutes, let it settle down, and then recheck your oil, because some of that oil will get sucked up into your engine, so you might have to top it off after you're done with your change.
Okay. And then what do I need for parts to do this if I want to do it in my own garage?
Parts are very basic. You will need your oil, of course. Most of the small engines take about 1.5 quarts to 2 quarts, so 2 quarts of oil should be plenty to do your change.
Okay.
You will need your oil filter, and advisably get an oil filter wrench, because taking the filter off, it can be a little tight. So if you use a filter wrench, it'll make it a lot easier to grab it and pull it off.
Okay. So you've got your 2 quarts of oil, you got your filter, you've got your wrench, and you're set to go, right?
You got it.
We met with Lonnie at the store, and he kind of walked us through all this. So now we're in the garage. This is the X300 that we've enjoyed for one summer so far, and we're making sure that we're taking great care of it to give us, you know, many, many years of enjoyment. So I'm going to take my bag that all my John Deere proven power goodies came in for this oil change. I'm just going to set it on the floor just in case we have any oil drippage. Now I know this pan is overkill, but we're just going to use something, you know, big to make sure we're minimizing our opportunities or the chances of having accidents and spilling oil. So as Lonnie pointed out, this is your drain plug right here, and you're basically just going to twist it. It's just a twist off drain. Twist it to open, and then you'll have all your old oil from the year of service last year. It'll spill out into the drain plug. Now I also have a an old garage rag here, so in case anything is spilling, I got a rag handy. So we'll put our drain plug right there. Then yeah, with the oil wrench, these are really nice. They just slide right over the filter. So I've managed to come this far, and I haven't spilled any oil yet, so that's a good thing for a weekend warrior that doesn't do this all the time. Give this a final wipe, and then we'll take our plug and we will screw it back in. Alright, so that's locked again. And then our next step is to take we managed to pry the filter wrench off of the old filter, and then you'll keep that. You just buy this once, you'll have it for the rest of your days owning that tractor. Then what you do, you take your new oil filter, and what you always have to do on this oil filter, I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but you've got a rubber gasket here, and that's what pushes up against the engine block. So what you want to do to make sure that that's sealed, this is where you get to have fun. Take your finger and you make sure that you get oil just with your finger, just put oil on that seal, all the way around that seal. So then you just take the new filter and hand tighten it on. And you know, it's kind of like you kind of do like a 3/4 turn. You don't want to over tighten it. It's hand tightened, it's on, it's good. We'll take our dipstick out, and then we can start adding some new oil here. And there too, if you're trying to do something on your own, and if anywhere along the way, if you're having any challenges, or you know, you're not sure about what you're doing, or is this right, go to proven-power.com, and you can call either of the stores. We're in Waukesha and we're in Oconomowoc, and there's always staff ready and eager to help. So any questions you have, they're always ready to answer those for you. So, all right, so now we've put in 1.5 quarts, and now we're going to check. We're going to see where it's at. But there it is. It's just above the add line. And then what we'll do now is we'll fire up the tractor, make sure nothing's leaking. If anything blows up, no laughing. The guys at Proven Power will give you a hard time. So here we go. All right, so no leaks here, nothing leaking by the filter, and we'll give our oil level another check now. Yeah, I think we're gonna add a little more to that. So that's it. That's you know, we'll see if the video makes it to the website. That means I did everything right. If it doesn't, that means I screwed it up and Bill said no way. Anyway, that's how to do it yourself. You go to Proven Power, ask any questions you have. You grab any of the parts that you need, and then on a Saturday morning, you pretend like you know what you're doing, and you change your own oil. So check out more how-to videos coming soon to proven-power.com. Have a great day.